And it is lights out and away we go. And Tiger looks like he's got an actual impeccable start compared to his teammate. And I believe Ben has also gotten a very good start compared to Total P's. Ben is now down the inside of Callum, leading up in towards turn one. I believe, as I said, we are going to be seeing a little bit of carnage. I see a little bit of front wing just flying off in the back, as everyone has actually kept it very clean through turn one. From the looks of things, as I said, I think I did see a little bit of front wing flying off the back of someone, as Mike is dropped down into P19, as Pellegro and Dutchface are both side by side, as I believe that is Tiger, who, the one that started on pole, is unfortunately dropped down. It doesn't look as if he's got any wing damage. He may have just gone very much off the circuit, and now him, Storm and Damon, I think maybe in a little bit of contact, as Tiger had to try and do a bit of an evasive action, and now under threat from Heated, as Heated trying to go around his outside in towards Degner 1, not able to get anything done from that one. But just looking at the positions already, Ben already moving up into first place now, as him and Callum are both side by side through the hairpin, as Ben on the outside, very close together, a little bit of contact between the pair of them, but Ben is still down his inside, both very close together, and has actually managed to get that move done on Callum, keeping that inside line just after the hairpin. So good move from Ben. But looking at this, Roddy's front right damage, I'm assuming he's going to have to make his way into the pits, as Pease has just gotten a 3-second time penalty, and so has Roddy for multiple warnings. And look how slow he goes through the chicane compared to everybody else there. Look at that, there's Damon just behind him. As much as Damon can do, as Roddy doesn't actually pit. So Damon's going to need to try and get past Roddy. As I said, Roddy with that front wing damage is just behind. You can see Hardy and James very close together, and Damon and Roddy also very close together. Hardy does back off, so we're going to go back on board with this one just up ahead with Roddy and Damon. Unfortunately, no traded places, as Damon's run into the back of him. And Damon has now got himself wing damage, so these two guys in 7th and 8th are going to have a long line just behind them, as James is now the one that is the next one. As Total Peace has retired from the session, he's gone into the pits and just retired from the session, unfortunately. And just behind James, look how close these guys are. It's because of these two guys just up ahead with that wing damage. Look at that, look at the gap already built up from them. It's 3.5 seconds, as Tiger's gone very wide out of the first deck now, unfortunately. And you can see Damon is wanting to get past. A little bit of a bump pass from James, and James is now up into P8 and Hardy into P9. Damon has dropped down, actually. He's now down into P12. He's just lost 4 places in a matter of 1 corner just from James just having a little bit of a bump on him. And you can see as well, Jay Luke just struggled for going through that hairpin, and Damon coming around the outside of him into the hairpin. However, in fact, has actually slowed down and is letting all of those guys through. Let's go through Degner 1. Look at this massive train. A little bit of a bump from James. I think James is going to try and maybe force his way past Roddy, as very close together with each other. And there we go. James down the inside of Roddy in the hairpin. A little bit of contact as James has gotten a lot of understeer going through the hairpin, but I think has gotten that move done. Roddy is still trying to fight this place for P8, but I don't think there's much that Roddy can do. No, there is not. And James is now up into P7, and that's going to be huge for him, because now Hardy, as Roddy's going all over the track. But James, look at this. He can build up a massive gap, as Hardy's gone straight down the inside of Roddy into the spoon curve, and now Bree is on the attack on Hardy now. Here we go, Bree down the inside and leading up towards 130R. I don't think there's much that Hardy's going to be able to do, and Jay Luke might even try and slip his way through. No, he doesn't. He thinks better and just stays behind for now. But Bree up into P9. James, he's now going to be soaring away from all of these guys, as Jay Luke goes down the inside of Hardy into the final chicane. And he's just got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I'm sure that one is either going to get removed or changed into maybe just a warning or 3-second time penalty. But we'll let the stewards decide with that one, as just on the back here, Storm very close to the back of Aledi for P5, as Tiger's actually made his way past Aledi. I did not manage to catch that, I think, unfortunately. But Bree is now going to be the one on the attack on Roddy, as James doesn't look to be pulling away from these guys for some reason. He hasn't got any wing damage. As that's my Dutchface going very wide at the hairpin, costing himself a lot of time as well. And now you've got Tiger and Storm just behind him. So I wonder if Dutchface is going to do the same thing and just let those guys go. I'm not too sure. As Storm, I think, was trying to go up the inside of Tiger, leading up towards Spoon, not able to get anything done as Tiger goes very wide out of Spoon as well. Storm just slots straight in the inside of the Racing Point as Tiger picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Storm now up into P5 and needs to try and get past the Dutchface ASAP. As James and Aledi are also battling out. Aledi's going to go defensive on the inside of 130R. Oh, this could end a bit messy as Aledi just slots himself back up in front of the Red Bull. As James has a little bit of a moment through 130R. It's slowed him down ever so slightly, but I don't think it's going to be enough to be compromised on him. As around the final chicane, James has a little bit of a slide, but does keep that car on track. As Storm and McDutchface once again both side by side now. McDutchface down the inside of turn 1 on the Mercedes of Storm. Storm going around the outside, gets that move done. Good driving from the pair of them, and very interestingly as well, has now split Storm and Tiger between each other as well. As McDutchface goes very wide at the exit of the S's, that's had to compromise Tiger's run, although they are now both side by side going up towards Degner 1. Oh, bit of contact between the pair of them as Dutchface I didn't think had realised how much he had done it, and Tiger is now round. As James is now going to actually try and go for it around the outside. I don't think he's going to get the traction for it, however, as Aledi does just cover him off. And that's actually allowed Jay Luke to now go past him. And Jay Luke also now trying to go around the outside of Aledi, going on towards Spoon. I think he might have actually gotten this move done. They're still both side by side. Aledi keeping that inside line, but Jay Luke is going to have the inside up towards Spoon. He's gotten that done. What a move. And now James up the inside of Aledi as well through Spoon and Hardy. Straight down the inside as well. Aledi was doing such good defending and has just swooped past, and now that's Aledi unfortunately dropping down 3 positions from that, and now I don't think there's going to be much Aledi can do. You can see he was already sliding out of 130R as just behind, or just up ahead, sorry, shall I say, Hardy and James still both going at it, and very close between these guys, but Hardy still can't seem to find a way past as Aledi still hasn't actually pit.